Now I'm going to show you what's not hot. When the bill comes, and this is what happens, and the guy looks at it, and he's going through every single fucking itemized thing that you guys ordered, and he's fucking inspecting it like Inspector Gadget. That's not hot. And you know what else isn't hot? Is when the bill comes, and he looks at it, and then he's doing this. And he's fucking around with it. What are you doing? You're not giving off a good look here. You're not giving off a good look.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at modern women losing their minds over men. Don't forget to drop a comment, make sure you subscribe if you're new here, and let's jump right into it.
Okay, genuine question for those that say that women should go 50-50 in a relationship with a man because it's the 21st century and we're equals now. Do you think that women fought for the right to have our own money, have our own bank accounts, have our own property, just to turn around and give that to a man, to the same people that were fighting us on it, that were like, no, you're not equal. Oh man, I wish you could have a bank account, but you're just not equal.
She acts like she was some kind of a warrior for women's rights, but all she does is just complain. What even is this, man?
You're not equal to us. Oh no, dang it. Oh man. And then we fought them so fucking hard that they were like, okay, fine, but we get half. And you think the women that were doing the fighting were like, yeah, that totally makes sense. I did all of this just so I could split it with you. I did all of this so that you could have half the money that I'm working so hard for.
Who is this we, modern women, aren't paying men for a thing? Like, it's so dramatic.
Do you have a brain hemorrhage? Hey, do you have a tumor? Because that happens, by the way. Like, some people do develop tumors in their brains and they become violent and crazy, and then they get them taken out and they become normal again. That might be happening with you because your words aren't making any sense. I saw it on the pit. I would get that checked out.
That insult was not only just completely uninspired, but it was also incredibly childish and just proves absolutely nothing, I would say.
So in an effort to keep with my New Year's resolution of dating, I matched with these two guys on Hinge that I was pretty excited about. I was like, oh, they're cute, whatever. And within 4 exchanges, they unmatched me. And here were the conversations. One of them, I asked, hey, what finance firm do you work at? Because it said he worked at a private equity firm. He gave me what firm, and then he asked me what firm I worked at, and then I answered and he unmatched me.
When a modern woman unmatches a dude, it is considered a preference, okay? But when he does it, apparently it's insulting and, the man's evil and all of that kind of stuff.
And then the other guy went to college with a friend of mine, so I said, hey, a bunch of my friends, one of my best friends went to that school, I know a bunch of people there, and he was like, oh, who? So I gave him the names, and I was like, they were class of 2018, and he was like, yeah, that's my class, small world, and I was like, yeah, I know a bunch of guys on the soccer team too. And he unmatched me. Dating can't be this impossible.
He unmatched her because she gave off the impression that she knew the soccer team too well. I would say it's pretty simple.
PSA for every man that's crippled by rejection, don't forget. Men have literally stopped approaching women because they're afraid to get rejected. They're afraid to be called creepy, fill in the blank. And when we act out of fear, we create the reality we're most fearful of. So reminder to just shoot your shot, put yourself out there, and know that rejection is literally never personal. It's actually hot to have the courage and confidence to go after what you want in life.
Modern women have turned rejection into a humiliation ritual. There's nothing attractive about it. It's actually very off-putting for men.
So this guy that's been trying to take me out, finally picked a day. And so I was like, okay, well, what time and where? And he said, well, I don't know. Do you like coffee? Now, on a scale from 0 to 10, 10 being super bitch and 0 being no bitch at all, can I respond never on a first date? Bruiser, what do you think? He doesn't like him.
If she takes offense at a coffee date, that pretty much tells you everything you need to know. I actually think it's great when women get offended over coffee dates because it actually weeds them out and shows that coffee dates as a strategy from men are actually working to weed out the women who are just insane.
Every time I post a video about, how a man should be taking care of his woman, spoiling her, whatever, there's always men in the comments, and it honestly makes me laugh. they say it goes both ways. It goes both ways. I think that is like hilarious. That's honestly the problem. Men like that you have to stay away from. Honestly, the problem, because like, what do you mean? You need to do your part. Make your woman feel good, treat her good, spoil her. And in return, you get 10 times more when you do that. You get 10 times more. But the problem is that men don't even want to try anymore. They don't even want to bother. They're stingy. They're gross. They're selfish. And yeah, they're wondering. They're wondering why.
If she needs to be spoiled to show the minimum amount of appreciation, then she's not worth it. Again, even the dudes who are incredibly wealthy, who have the means of quote-unquote spoiling these women, don't want to date them because they are so damn entitled.
I just want y'all to know, like, no offense, because I was on dating apps when I was first single as well, but men think you're desperate if you're on a dating app. Almost every date was like, why are you on the dating apps? Like, why are you single? Like, why are you dating? Because they know how they act and they know how other guys on the apps act. You cannot convince me that there's any good guys on the dating app when there are Facebook groups with over 50K members in every city with a new post every 1 minute about how someone was assaulted, impregnated, abandoned, or worse. Pending felonies on there, assault charges, domestic violence, you name it. Giving their wife STDs. You'll never convince me, and we'll look back and see how dangerous dating apps were.
Those forums have absolutely nothing to do with dating apps at all. She's just sick of dating because she sucks at it, let's be honest.
PSA, please stop bringing your boyfriends with you. And like more specifically to concerts that are for the girls, but like just anywhere in general. We just left Hillary Duff. Tell me why we were surrounded by like straight men who really could not give a shit about what was going on. And I had like dozens of friends that desperately wanted to go that would have been singing every single song. But no, instead I was surrounded by everybody's boyfriends who didn't want to be there.
I'm sure those men are just profusely sorry for ruining her Hillary Duff concert experience.
How you pay. I'm going to show you an example. Hold on. Let's say you're sitting across from your date and you're finishing up and the bill comes. The waitress or waiter comes down and brings you the bill. This is so fucking hot when a guy does this. When he sees the bill and he reaches in, this is his card, he reaches in, he's still holding the conversation with you. He taps it there, he grabs the AirPods machine, he's like, yeah, so that's what I did on my weekend. Yep, thank you. So I want to know, how was the rest of your weekend? So fucking smooth, so fucking hot.
It's not enough that men have to pay for the date. Now we have to do it in a specific way, apparently. Like, how ridiculous is this?
Now I'm going to show you what's not hot. When the bill comes, and this is what happens, and the guy looks at it, and he's going through every single fucking itemized thing that you guys ordered, and he's fucking inspecting it like Inspector Gadget. That's not hot. And you know what else isn't hot? Is when the bill comes, and he looks at it, and then he's doing this. And he's fucking around with it. What are you doing? You're not giving off a good look here. You're not giving off a good look.
If the man is shocked at the bill, then he's probably not caring about how he looks in front of her at the moment.
You know why the first one was so hot? Because the first one shows you that they value the connection. They're valuing you and the time and wanting to get to know you so much that money, they don't fucking care about that. That's like a byproduct. They're like, yeah, whatever. Like, I'll fucking pay for it because I'm interested in you. But the other examples are like, no, I'm really showing you that money is what's super important to me right now. And it doesn't make the woman feel good. It's not fucking attractive. Guess which person would rather choose to go on a date with? And listen, don't fucking shoot the messenger here. I'm just here to help you. Let me help you, okay? Like, I'm just fucking letting you know. And like, that's what we don't like. It's how you pay. Be mindful of that at the end of your date. Don't have a fantastic date and then fuck it up at the end when the bill comes. You know what I'm saying? Like, be smooth. Be a little Casanova.
Men didn't ask for help. If she's obsessing over how he pays, then she is not worth the money. Similar to what I said earlier, guys, these women are just completely delusional.
It is no secret that most men use the excuse of, oh, well, women wanted equality, for them to be lazy, not offer help, and to be rude. It's just a fucking fact. Equality is actually giving us the opportunity to say, no, I got it, thank you. And then in return, if I do like deny your help, it's you respecting that. It's giving me the choice. That's equality. Not you just never offering and walking the earth being an asshole. Because for real, why am I offering to help men if y'all are just out here thinking, well, women wanted equality, so I'm not gonna do shit. I would love for someone to offer help. And if I say, no, I got it, it's okay, thank you, I'm gonna be nice about it. And if you have your ego hurt by that, I don't know how to fix that. I think therapy might be the first step though.
Equality has nothing to do with options. It has everything to do with being on your own.
Because many men are like, I'm never going to help a woman again because they popped off me, blah, blah, blah. Listen, then that woman is just rude. I'm on the woman's side most of the time, right? But like you offer help and then she comes at you hard in some way or is rude. Move on. It doesn't mean you stop trying stop walking around the earth and being nice to people and trying. I have literally had so many encounters where I'm offering to do something for someone because I'm just being a basic human, being nice, whether that's holding a door for someone or offering to take their carry-on down from the plane. Like,
I find it kind of hard to believe that this woman is apparently being nice when she's belittling men the way she is. I think these women just don't know what these words actually mean at this point.
Whatever it is, I'm offering, and if they're rude to me, then I'm like, damn, that guy's an asshole. But it doesn't mean I'm stopping doing that again because I have a brain and I know that that person was rude. Do we not understand that? I'm very confused on why all these men are like, equality, like, so I'm going to treat you like shit. No, like, that is seriously such an excuse. You're not even giving women the chance to answer yes or no, and that would be equality if you gave that opportunity for us to refuse help if that was the case, if that was my prerogative. And if I do like deny your help, you respecting that is equality, just so you know, not the other way around. Thanks.
That's not the definition of equality. That is the definition of preferential treatment.
Okay, be honest with me. Are you guys with your homeboys after the age of 30? Your homeboys is 38, 41, 52, flying out to DR and to Brazil to pay for some cootie cat? You and all your homeboys fly out there? Is that what's really going on? There has to be something else going on. Be honest with me because I'm not judging.
She is totally judging because men have made it obvious as to why they got their passports and are deciding to leave Western countries.
Women have the forehead kiss of death. What do men have? What does a woman do when you're like, God damn, this is the one, and then she's just gone? Because we have the forehead kiss. The other day I was cuddling with a guy and I looked down at his bicep and I just did a quick chomp and then I just kept talking like nothing happened, and I think that's probably the closest I'm gonna get. Hard-hitting questions.
It's called showing a man mutual respect and appreciation. Apparently she's just clearly never heard of it. That's not humbling, that's closer to winning while losing your dignity and composure.
I know that my algorithm is working because I keep seeing videos of people talking about how there's some subset of women on this app who are like older women who are giving advice to younger women saying don't get married or don't get married young, like don't start a family too soon, don't settle down like unless you know that you're ready to and that's what you want. And I recently had the complete opposite of that interaction in my real life for the first time ever. I'm 26 and you see it like talked about on social media sometimes, I think, in movies or whatever, that there's this trope of like, you need to get married by 30.
That's not a movie trope, okay? If anything, modern movies are preaching the exact opposite to this.
And I'm like, that's crazy. Everybody that I talk to about my life is always like, you're doing it right. Like, travel and live your dreams and like do crazy shit. No, I had a lady, she's like 80 or so, in my yoga class. She was one of my students. One of my clients, whatever, and asked me about how old I was and if I was seeing this guy and all this stuff, and I was like, no, we're just friends. And she said, oh, well, you've got 3 years, babe, so you need to lock him down, you need to settle.
That old lady has a point. Because she doesn't do that, she's going to become an old maid.
Okay, so I was out with my girlfriends last night and we were like out at like a local whatever. And like there's this group of boys talking to us. And then one of them says, "I like your shoes" to me. And that draws essentially a couple eyes to my feet. And first instinct, someone compliments you, you're just saying thank you. So I'm like, "Oh, thanks." And I'm like, wait, I don't have like nice shoes. These were the shoes I was wearing. These are the nice shoes in question. So yeah, he's lying. And at this point I'm like, oh, he's being mean to me. It's like, oh, this is a joke. Everyone's looking at these shoes, and then I get extremely embarrassed because I'm like, I know these shoes aren't nice. I was like, okay, funny guy. I was like, all right, I like your face. And then he was like, no, I like when girls don't spend money on their shoes. I was like, well, joke's on you, because if I had money, I would be spending it on shoes.
This is why men don't bother anymore. Even when he actually says something nice, apparently it's still wrong anyway.
What is actually wrong with men right now? My neighbor came over and told me she wanted to tell me something. She was visibly shaken. She said her car wouldn't start, and this guy came by and asked if she needed help. She was like, yeah, actually I do. He pops the hood, finds out what's wrong right away, and her car starts right up. She asked how much he wanted for it, like, how much should I pay you? He goes, I don't need your money, but I would like to take pictures of your feet. She was like wearing the shame on her face because she told me that she just let him because she didn't know what else to do. I asked when this happened. She said a few minutes ago he took off on foot, that way, just up north. So I immediately start sprinting after this crazy man. Catch up to him, grab him by the arm, swing him around. I was like, excuse me, you sick bastard. Do you happen to know how to change tires?
I think it's really sad how a lot of modern day women have no problem selling their bodies if it means they can get something out of it. And usually it doesn't even have to be anything of real value. A lot of them just sell it because, they need a little bit of money or attention or validation or whatever. It's actually very sad.
I'm thinking of starting a series on Unhinged things that men have said to me when I'm working at my bottle service job. Last night, I was having a great night. I had gotten a new table. One of the card holders is looking at the bottle menu, and he was like, does your number come with these prices? Like, saying that the prices were high. My first line of defense at work is, I have a boyfriend. I don't have one. I just use that for someone to stop asking for my number at work, because it's like, I'm working. So I was like, oh, I have a boyfriend. He was like, oh, it's okay, I have a wife. Yeah, no thank you.
Let me get this straight. She works in bottle service and she is shocked that men would talk to her that way? I mean, okay.
One time I broke up with this guy because we were dating for a few months and he was being very generous, paying for everything. And then suddenly he made an announcement that soon we would be splitting everything 50-50. You've deceived me, you treacherous bitch. I don't like being lied to.
It wasn't deceit. He was just tired of having to pay for everything. It's only fair.
Okay, let me just say something. Some of you guys, some of you men are just too hot to speak the way that you do. This is why I'll always choose personality over looks, because, okay, let me tell you a story. I met this guy off TikTok. I thought he was a super fine ass man, okay? 6'2", athlete, chocolate man. I'm very upset still. But he just moved to my city. And I hit his DMs and I was like, hey, you just moved to my city. You were looking for recommendations. I know some. I've loved living here. I've born and raised. And we ended up kicking it off, talking for maybe a month or so. We hung out once and it was good. And he was a good person. I had no intention of hooking up with him. At least not within the first day that I met him. The fuck? I need to know what kind of person he is. We get to know each other.
She went after a dude who was clearly out of her league. She has no right to be upset here, but of course she's going to be upset anyway.
And then he starts saying weird shit. At 8 a.m. in the morning being I want some head. The fuck? From who? Who the fuck says that? Right? And then so I'm oh, good morning? What the fuck? You weren't gonna ease your way into that? You're just gonna be super direct like that? And he was like, I'm an honest guy. I'm direct. I don't bullshit. And I'm like, yeah, bitch. I knew you wanted some head even before I fucking met you. The fuck? Who doesn't want some fucking head?
A guy like that can talk to any woman any way he really wants. He has tons of options like that, and a lot of women are going to put up with it because they find him attractive.
But we hung out afterwards, and he was super normal, super cool, super chill guy. And he wasn't like weirdo type shit like in person. So I was like, okay, maybe it was just like I caught him on a bad day. He was ovulating, he was in heat or something. And then I wasn't feeling him anymore because he said some shit about how he doesn't chase. And I'm like, the fuck? Then who's fucking chasing? Not me. The fuck? I'm not chasing. You're not chasing. I'm not chasing. What the fuck are we doing here? And then this like past New Year's, he like hits me with like a, is this the year I finally get to smash? Bitch. Bitch. You're too.
That doesn't sound surprising at all. That just sounds like typical Chad behavior that these women put up with because they find the man attractive. Make sure you click on one of the videos on screen now to watch more if you liked today's video. Don't forget to take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.